2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. That'll be caught by Cup. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Champ Bailey. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be.
And it's blocked. And the Seahawks have it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Boy, at this point, I don't know what's going on down there. You got guys running one way on the pick six, now running the other way to return the blocked extra point.
It's almost like that guy went this way, but the other guy went that way. And guess what? Both of them scored points.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. To throw, it's Mahomes. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Tua. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Tua sets up to pass it. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moss. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Yellow.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz.